Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully this works.
Hopefully you can hear us.
I I
This
mean it
is
tells me that there's audio, so hopefully that you're hearing us right now. So, this is our test stream to test this brand new setup that I have been investing in, and we're going to play Doki Doki because it's one of my favorite games, and Casey here has never played it before in his life.
I have somehow managed to avoid almost most spoilers. Like there yeah.
Yeah,
I have very minimal knowledge.
despite the fact that I have cosplayed this game, that it is one of my favorite games of all time, it just, for some reason, he has avoided it.
I,
And
I don't know how.
I don't either. I'm just, okay, yes, you can hear. Okay, cool. I was getting I have you guys up over here as well as right here. Again, this is a brand new setup. I have invested time to try to make this the best possible thing for all of you. And so thank you for being our test audience. The camera likes you better. You get to see my mess. Let me bring up my camera control. And we're going to come back this way.
So while you're doing that, yeah, I mean, I guess should I share like the one spoiler I know?
Sure.
So
Haha.
okay. Uh spoiler alert, I guess, if somene's seeing that watching this that knows less than me somehow.
Somehow.
I just know that there's something about like a the club is a cult that like opens a portal to hell, which sounds like a lot.
I think you might have heard of a different game. Or
Okay.
or you heard of like our theories on this game because
Okay, then I guess I know even less than I thought. So this will
no,
be fun.
you have no idea what you're getting into.
Okay.
And I'm doing okay. We're testing this out for today. It's his birthday tomorrow, so I figured this
Yeah.
was the best time to torture him with Doki Doki. I say torture, but
I've been looking forward to this. I know you wanted to save this for like a stream so you could see my first impressions of it.
well, it will
So
be something for sure.
yeah, I guess I know even less than I thought.
Well, congratulations. So it's a fairly short game, so we're gonna try to go through all of it as if we can. We have an out around 5:30,
Yeah,
so it's as fast as you go, sir. All right. So thank
I
you
am
all.
a fast reader, but I don't want to like.
Well, you, but we
That's not
also
fun.
have to say it.
Yeah, I know.
That's how you make it fun for the people. Um. Oh, this is unfortunately, this is not a stream theory. This is just a stream fun times because I am not the game person, and thus I get to enjoy all my games and just be a nerd about it and not have to theorize about it. So we save all of that for Tom. So if you want even more Doki Doki, you can go bother Tom. I am here to have ultimate joy at introducing Casey to one of my favorite games. I never get to be the game person, and so this is just a little happy space for me to be a game person.
Yeah, it's true. Like most of the games you like, I'm
Are
already very familiar with them.
are you
Thank
a
you.
secret? I
I guess.
Casey's been around for like 7 years. So he's not a secret so much as he just kind of pops up randomly.
Thank you for the happy preemptive birthday.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're going to go play Magic with some of our friends. We're
yeah.
doing a Chaos draft. I've never got to do a Chaos draft before, but Casey has.
Yeah, so this one's going to be a Chaos Commander draft. The last time I did it was a standard game, so it's going to be even wilder and sillier, and who knows? Yeah.
Hopefully you get to see more Gamer Amy coming up soon because, now that I have the setup, I want to play some Portal because it's one of my favorites. I want to introduce the world to Bugsnax because no one ever plays that game.
It's so good.
It is so good. It is one of my favorites of all time, and I want to make people watch me play it. Unpacking, maybe some games with some friends. If you have games that you think would be fun for this, let me know. This is something I want to do a little bit more of. I'm not a great gamer, but I'm an enthusiastic gamer. And so I am happy to introduce you guys to my little neck of the woods of games that I enjoy playing. And then games that I try to see if I enjoy playing.
Thank you. The comment says we need more Casey is what we need. So thank you. I appreciate that.
He's a good one.
I will be in. I'm sure I'll be in and out periodically, like here and there.
Here and there.
Yeah.
We plan. So whenever we do like a scary game, so I know. I like scary games. I really do. I tend to get very stressed. So sometimes we play it together. I think we're going to do the next Dark Pictures when it comes out.
Directive 8022? That might be the wrong number, but it's Directive 80.
The space one.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. So we play that.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play that together every single time games come out. And so we figured we might as well do that on stream at some point. And by at some point, I mean whenever it comes out. The new Naughty Dog game, I'm probably going to try streaming because Naughty Dog is my favorite studio outside of course, the Savato studio that does Doki Doki. But Naughty Dog is like my favorite gaming studio because I'm a huge Last of Us fan. I'm forcing The Last of Us into work because I needed to have everyone understand how much I love that franchise. But yeah, we'll go through a lot of different games. Casey will pop on for some Saturday streams. We're trying to bring back our podcast in a little bit, as like a video and audio podcast. If you've been around for a hot second, the Talk Nerdy to Me Baby will eventually come back. Again, we moved house, got a bigger setup so that, you know, our streams didn't cut out and we didn't like have to struggle for it.
Yeah, we had a couple of snafus.
Directive 8020.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so I have a whole other setup over there for the podcast eventually, once I kind of figure out how to feed everything over to the other side of the room. Because I have the too much gene that tells me I want to do too many things at once, and I'm going to be so good at it. But speaking of being so good, we have a game. So you'll have to let me know if the audio is a little too loud for you on the actual stream. We have it in ear so that there's no feedback. Let me switch over. We've been hearing it the whole time, so.
Yeah, I've just been
Huzzah!
dancing along. Woohoo!
Okay, turning on desktop audio. We're a little more low tech than some other related streams you might see, but you know, I'm learning. I haven't actually done streaming like this in forever. The last time I ran actual streams, we used the really old TriCaster, and it was a nightmare. That thing caught on fire more than once. And so this is new to me, but also easier, and thus I don't trust it.
I just remember you just having so many nightmare stories of using that.
It gave me so much anxiety. But this game might give you some anxiety. So
hopefully, honestly.
Yes, Tom did just finish moving. I'm looking forward to getting to see his new house the next time that I'm in North Carolina. But I have been sending him links to, because I just moved, I have been sending him links to where I bought different things. And I have kind of gotten him down a rabbit hole of the anatomically correct canvas posters of Pokemon because he didn't know that they existed. And I'm like, this is the perfect thing for you. And maybe we'll do that on a stream one day where you all give me a prompt and I will niche shop for you, because online niche shopping is my favorite pastime. I can find almost anything. And that is my superpower. You have that one guy on like Instagram who can find anyone with the trajectory of the moon and the sun. I can find you that shirt from 2007 that you thought you would never see again, or at least the best way to make it.
Which is so useful. There are so many times where I'm like, I want this thing, but I don't know where to possibly find it. So
exactly.
You're doing good work. You do good work.
We're doing the shopping's work. All right, cool. So we are going to do our best here. And next time I'm going to try co-streaming to YouTube, because we were trying that today and there was an error, but we were already here. So you guys get a Twitch specialty. Woo woo.
I should say, I know that this is the standard version and not the plus.
Yes.
Which I also know less about that than I thought. So but I think it's good for me to try just like the vanilla original game. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a trophy hunter. He will platinum most games that he plays. I am not. I am a narrative player. But that means that once we finish this, he'll then go back to his own copy and get all of the things that he can possibly get from it.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. I've had, because of PlayStation Plus, I've had the Plus version Doki Doki Plus just kind of sitting there, and I'm just like eyeing it every so often. I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I want to do it, but I can't do it.
You'll be able to do it soon.
Yes.
And can I help you find parts for a left-handed guitar? Probably, if I get enough information to let me do my searches. I have a thing I want to do on Instagram about showing you guys how I put together really odd, like, niche cosplays. And there's an image of a fashion Frieza. It was basically like a mannequin in a Japanese store where Frieza was dressed in like this shirt.
Am I Frieza?
In a tutu. Oh, hello.
Edmo taught me not Frieza.
Listen, I'm learning how to use this camera. We might have to invest in a different camera. Back this way, that way. You also get to see my other thing.
It was just like mannequin of Frieza turns to Casey. Is that what I look like?
No, it just wants to follow a face, and it's getting confused because it's not used to me having two people here.
Well, I'm sorry, camera.
It's okay. It's us. All right. But that's why we have a controller. All right. So we're going to get started with this game, and hopefully you have a good time. Let me know if the audio is too loud, not loud enough. I can adjust for that, and we'll get started.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I will eventually pass you the clicker so you can go through. We should read out for everybody, but what's your name for this game?
Okay, so already we have a thing. Because I'm somebody, I like, at least in my first go-around, I like using canon names. So, like, if there's a character...
There is no canon name.
Okay, then never mind.
At least not that I remember.
Okay, because if there is, like, that's my preference to put in the canon name, at least, like, the first go-round.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? My name has no gender. I will put myself into this madness. Let's go.
Thank you, no gendered Casey. All right. Okay.
Okay. Hey. Are we doing like specific voices for certain people, or are we just going?
We can do specific voices for
I don't know.
Specific voices for specific people, but I don't listen. It's been a long time since I've played this game, so I don't remember what all the things are. I think you can press space to go forward.
Okay.
Try.
Make sure that we're not.
Yep.
Okay.
This is you.
Okay.
No, this is you. This is the protagonist.
No, I'm asking. Do you want Monica?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll do Monica and Yuri, and then you do your protagonist, and then there's two other characters. There's Sayori and Natsuki. Do you want both of those or one of those?
Sure. I'll take both.
Sure. Okay.
All right. I wanted you to get first dibs. So you can authentically portray the characters the way they should be because you know them.
I authentically or whatever suits my brain for today. We'll see. Okay, go for it.
I just keep getting distracted by myself in the corner. But here we go.
I can make it go away.
No, I like it. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her. I don't know why I'm getting like so waving her arms in the air. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
It's me!
That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long.
I forget.
Cold reading skills. Heck yeah. All right, let's go.
I forget how much of a little bit of that, like, jerk that the protagonist is at the start.
Hey, that's my name you're slandering. Be careful. Wait. Slander is spoken. In print, it's libel. So,
I'm speaking.
I don't know. I just wanted to make that reference. All right. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up.
Oh, no.
But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. That's me. I'm gonna do my best. Like, this is great start. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe. but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
If you're not gonna keep doing the voices, I'm gonna take
No,
this
no, no.
from you.
I'm just like, I think I will. It's okay that I use my own voice for me.
Okay.
Listen, Casey is special and kind of a jerk. You say like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Casey. Ooh, woo. She's doing the fingers.
It's so mean, Casey.
Oh, well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Rude.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
It's even if you want to.
Oh, if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori.
Wow.
Wow,
This
maybe
guy.
I shouldn't have self-inserted my name in here.
Or maybe we should just make you just be the protagonist, because I feel like
Do you wanna take over? Am I-
maybe.
Okay.
Well, I'm just sitting here.
You know these people better than me. That's fine.
Fine.
Have at it.
Okay.
I will be jerky protagonist.
Okay. We'll let you be jerky protagonist, and I will attempt.
I hope I have some sort of character arc or something.
You'll be protagonist and narrator. Okay. It goes.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Casey, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club?
I
I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you want to join a club this year.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about.
God.
Wow. I apologize in advance for me. I'm really regretting this like self-insert thing. It's okay. It's a journey. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay, it's me. Minus the... I hope I'm nicer than that, but... Oh.
Sorry, I had to click on the other thing.
Took away my spacebar powers.
I'm sorry. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
Ah, yes.
NEET. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise you'll try a little?
I'm feeling a little like... I'm like, didn't I just say that? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
I guess you didn't promise me.
Oh.
Yay!
My mistake. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl?
The plight of every anime protagonist. The free spirit girl just tells you everything to do.
More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Whew.
I feel targeted.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. It's because all the classrooms look the same at like every high school. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation.
Oof.
Clubs.
Clubs. Man, I really was looking for some spades.
What's your favorite suit of poker?
Clubs.
Anything but clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I mean, where else do you start?
That was actually the only club I was in middle school was the anime club, and we went to the library and we watched Neon Genesis Evangelion. So
I need some tea for all that's shade being... Nope, I ruined it.
What? Hello?
I tried to combine the two.
Casey?
Sayori.
Sorry.
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Good job, me. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
Okay. I don't appreciate these backward compliments.
I don't know.
Backhanded compliments.
I don't know. You're kind of a jerk, so.
Yeah. Gotta come in. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. See?
Jerica!
So nice, so thoughtful.
Hi, Jerica!
Hi, Jerica.
Jerica just did, as a side note, Jerica just did one of the most, like, amazing edits I have ever seen on the Style Theory that came out today. She made me into a Fortnite skin for a hot second,
yeah.
and it is actually one of the coolest things that has ever happened to me, so you should check that out and just, like, spam the comments with how amazing Jerica is.
Oh, so Jerica's the reason why you're trying to get me into Fortnite.
I don't know. Let me see if I can get rid of the spam. Cheap viewers. Let me see. Can I get rid of this? Maybe. At some point. Apologies, I'm new to Twitch.
Jerica says, hi, friends.
Amazing.
I'm trying not to be loud with my gulps of tea.
You can keep going.
Okay.
I will figure it out at some point. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know if I can.
Oh, sorry.
You took my space power.
I only have one mouse.
One mouse. That's you.
Well, I thought you needed some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori. Freeze frame, 90s.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
Poke, poke.
What a meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure... stop it! Manage direction settings. I have to figure out how to make Jerica a mod.
I can't move. I will Sayori.
Apologies. I am new.
Oh, Jerica's offering to help us out.
I know.
Oh.
I just don't know how to do that. We might have to deal with the bots until I figure out how to do the moderation chat. I'm sorry. Your turn.
Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member.
The gasp.
And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I feel very much like the protagonist is like, look to camera, zoom it. Well, not zoom it, but like, I could tell she was like, it was very much a side. I don't know, it's funny. Okay, I let out a long sigh.
Let me see if I can do this.
You take my space bar away.
I know.
You gotta warn me before you
I
take
can see
my
if I can do
powers
this.
away. Okay.
Can I do that? Apologies, this is... Oh, I'm stuck in a voice. I'm learning. This is gonna look stupid for a sec. No, that's not what I do. Okay. /mod. Hang on. Onigiri. Pop.
Sorry if I'm like always hitting my ear. I don't do.
Did I spell it wrong?
I don't do earbuds. They don't stay in my ear very well. So I'm sorry if I keep adjusting a lot. There you go.
Yo.
/mod Neko Onigiri.
Thanks all. Yay! Sweet. Apologies, having so many windows open is usually pretty okay for me to function, and now there's way too many.
And to that I say, fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
You all are amazing. Thank you for helping a very, very newbie figure out what to do. Yes! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. It happens.
I mean, yeah, cupcakes are actually pretty great.
I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Whee! Everyone! The new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori is always saying nice things about you.
What voice do we get next?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, what? Oh no. I feel so much pressure.
No pressure.
No. Ah, Casey, what a surprise. What a nice surprise.
All right.
There's so many voices. Welcome to the club.
I did it. I did the ellipses. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
Oh no! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki? Natsuki?
I'd say Natsuki, but it could be Natsuki. But Natsuki is the way that I typically remember saying it.
Is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. That's not how that works. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. What?
You mean our heights don't determine our age in our entire lives?
Not in my experience.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear.
You can just ignore her when she gets
quietly
moody!
Into my ear. Then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Casey.
I don't know that I know. Yes, and all right, here we go. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Oh, backstory. Yes, and here we go.
Yes.
Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
I mean, yeah.
Basically completely out of my league. Okay.
Also, yeah.
Back to self-insert. Here we go. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. You gotta tell me when you take my space bar.
Sorry.
I'm losing my earbud.
Come sit down, Casey. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica.
Oh.
I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
See, this is great because you know the characters and you know the intentions and the subtext. And I don't have to worry about it. And you can do all the voices.
Oh wow. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Ooh. Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats.
We're definitely
That's
having
cute.
cupcakes.
The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know.
I don't know why I was doing
Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and
It's
already
delicious!
managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The ice. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
You don't? Don't worry. Don't worry, Casey. The teachers gave us permission.
Oh, saying my name out loud.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Wait, you saying my name, is that literally like Senpai noticing me?
Is Yuri senpai?
Isn't she?
It depends on you.
Oh, well, I thought it was just like...
No, you get...
Well,
It's a dating sim, Casey.
well, I thought, like, before it, like, becomes senpai that there's, like, just, you know, a casual usage of, for, like, upperclassmen or upper class.
I mean, I don't know how old you are in this game.
I don't know. Fair enough. All right. Did you say that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Wait. Sorry. I'm like, why are the shy people always the ones with purple hair?
It's a
Is
color.
Is there any sort of, like, thing I don't know about or trope with like, people with purple hair being the shy ones?
I wouldn't say that the hair is indicative of her shy nature. In my thought process of Yuri, I wouldn't say that the purple is indicative of being shy.
So many secrets happening right now. But apparently Amy was born for this. I agree.
Again, I really do love this game.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Eh?
Hey! Tea time. Also, this is my mug from the One Piece Cafe in Las Vegas.
That's true.
I'm still very sad that we got there too early for the actual food to be served, and we only had cake.
Yeah, it was like, it had just opened and they didn't have the food ready yet.
I'm glad.
So, Rarity from MLP. Oh, my MLP had purple hair. She's a diva.
She is a diva.
My immediate thought was Bernadette from Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, I still have to play that game.
It's real good. All right. We had our tea.
I don't know. Jerica has purple hair.
Oh, fair point.
Would you call... You're bald? That you're probably very shiny. That is my understanding of bald. It makes you very shiny and sparkly in the sun, which is a really cool thing.
There you have it. Amy, bald people are vampires. Twilight vampires.
Are they bald or are they a Twilight vampire? The next style theory.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was forced. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori.
Ooh.
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make sure that the club is fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, the publicity, and how to prepare for events.
Dang. Got you. Got me there.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. I don't know why I'm going very Jessie.
Jay.
And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we'll really grow this club this year before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. So is this is the four, the unit, yeah?
This is the unit. This is the four horsemen of Amy's psyche
apocalypse.
right now.
Amy Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Murdering me? Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
Listen. Sorry. So, Casey, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, I like autobiographies and fantasy. Oh. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years. Okay, don't come for me. I'm trying to read more.
You've read a fair amount.
I'm trying to read more, but considering that, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Please, demonstration. Oh no, she's putting me in the sunken place. Oh no.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Okay, every time I put my hand on my tea mug to take a sip, it's my turn, so I will stop. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Good for you.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Alright, Yuri, are you being meta? Is this what's happening? Am I going to be taken advantage of and thrown for a loop? Probably.
Lord of the Rings is an amazing fantasy world to immerse yourself in. Highly recommend.
Hard agree.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once.
Just the one
once.
book.
I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. Okay, like, ease up on the coming for me part. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I got a rock.
Well,
Wow.
and
Is-
that's a rock
Is
fact.
the Selfa, the protagonist, just Charlie Brown?
It's warm. Really? I wouldn't have expected that of you, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
Sorry.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. They sure did.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say That Out Loud!
What a weird poem name.
And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up. God, S's back-to-back are hard. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Massage train. Oh, wait, that's theater.
Weird.
It's a theater kid.
I know it is. I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. Successfully averted.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
That's deep, Yuri.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and Natsuki will feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I want to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay,
No more silence.
I have an idea for everyone.
Nani? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
Homework.
From a club. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Casey?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. The warm sound. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes and pouty lips.
But, I'm sorry, I thought... No. Casey!
Well, now I feel bad. Calling me out by name. You all... I look to camera. I'm defenseless against these girls. Am I gonna die? How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these
Beautiful.
These beautiful girls.
Oh, all these
Oh,
beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls. Right. Okay. Oh, no, not too weird. Okay, I've decided then.
You made the camera.
Dramatic movement. Oh.
Whoop. 1 sec.
It's just my shoulder.
I know, I'm sorry. Come back the other way.
You got the dramatic zoom. Slow pan back to me. Okay.
We're trying, man.
I've decided then.
I'm getting used to this new camera. Eat.
Alright, give me my powers back.
1 sec. I'm trying to lock the...
While you're doing that, can I just say kind of randomly that I'm happy that... Whoa!
Whoa!
Flippy! Whoa!
Okay, there you go.
The camera's excited. I was just... Ooh, voice crack. Oh my god. I'm just so afraid of doing this club.
Oh my
I was just gonna say
gracious.
I'm excited that Alan Cumming is coming back to be Nightcrawler. As a random side thing. Anyway.
Apologies for the mess in the background, by the way. It gets cold here. I have a blanket.
I'll join the literature club. No, my space bar. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and my earbud. Up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Casey, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
The regret is real. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills?
She's senpai.
Yeah. But also, can I?
I don't know.
I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Ooh. Whoa, what was that sound in the audio?
Oh,
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The little whooshy sound?
we send something.
Hmm.
But, I think we might have gotten like a mail thing. But you want to
Name-
say the phrase? Because you're
Oh.
better at it.
Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah. Something like that. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Casey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs.
Ooh, woo.
Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. This is how you make your way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls.
Just one.
All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. My brain was like, today was great, but tomorrow is going to be even better. Right, Hamtaro? Oh no.
Yep.
It's time to write a poem.
It's mini game time.
Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh no!
Okay.
Analysis, boop, games, hope, calm, summer, trope.
How would you like? So you got to pick a word. I guess.
Like, does it just, it's just one word out of...
I think so. Again, I haven't played this game in forever.
I'm so drawn to boop.
Boop. Please don't boop skirt.
No.
Boop skirt. Skirt skirt.
Boop skirt. I don't know what. I'm just gonna go with like the first thing that
Yeah, the first thing that you
the
see.
first thing that
Like,
grabs
close
me.
your eyes. I'll tell you when we turn the page. First word you notice.
All right, boop existence. We're going there.
The chibi version of Infinity War. Boop existence.
Boop existence. You know, the boop. 5 years happened with the boop. Disaster.
It really is the boop. Thanos and his boop.
Fantasy.
Are we just writing?
Kitty. I don't know why certain things got unrequited.
Ooh.
Bliss. Playground. What is this poem gonna be? Landscape.
I got you in for that because the only thing I could see was Papa.
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 Mamá. ¿Por qué está en Mario? Let's see.
¿Dónde está el Santa Claus?
Let's go music. Insight check.
So you'll see that the person who it goes with bounces when you do it.
Oh. Well, they're all kind of bouncing right now.
No, but watch when I click on whatever word you pick.
Okay. Does it do like a color too?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe.
Oh, it's just whenever you put. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. All right. Fireflies. Whoa. Eternity. Tenacious.
D.
Yep. Because it's apparently a good episode, I'm gonna get to Heaven Sent.
A good episode in what?
Doctor Who. It's apparently like one of the best. It's like a bottle episode. Poof. Geese.
Geese. A geese.
Nibble. Anime.
She's just like bunk bunk. One more. The last word.
Fun.
All right, you got.
All right.
Hi again, Casey.
Do we read my poem or is
I think so. Your space bar again.
Boop existence something fun
Poof.
Fun poof. All right.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Sorry, that was goofy.
Yeah. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Casey. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Mangaka. Oh, well, that's mangaka.
Mangaka, yeah. Manga is literature.
Here. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I don't know, I agree with Natsuki. Don't worry, guys. Casey always gives his best as long as he's having fun.
He does.
He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Ooh. Is that so?
Dang. Well, I guess the other thing in my backstory is receipts.
You two really are good friends, huh? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Casey can become good friends too. Um,
Sayori.
Whoa. Oh no, I made the camera confused. I will figure out this camera, I promise. Whee!
Oh no. My space bar. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori?
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Here we go. Hey, don't worry about it.
Thanks, Miles Morales.
Hey. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Yoink!
Yoink.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this?
How am I supposed to read books when there's so many cute girls around?
How are you supposed to read a book all by yourself? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I feel that.
Yeah.
I could probably fall asleep right now.
I feel that.
I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that literature is what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will want to come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do things to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? What's this?
What's this?
Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That's why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my
Kaiba
creative
boy.
tummy.
That's why he's like, just Kaiba boy.
Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling.
In
In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. God,
Oof. They're calling you out, boy.
thought this must be a fun game.
I didn't say that. I said it was one of my favorites. I didn't say it was gonna be fun for you.
Dang. You know what? That's on me. I assume too much. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her... I suppose... Oh my god. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa. There they are. Wah! Wah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Whoa.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you?
Wait. No, go back. No, seriously. Is there a napping club?
Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
That's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself.
Oof.
You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Sorwa himasu desu. One of the few things I can say in Japanese. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Whew. Man, you really need a brush for this.
Oh, I hear Yoshi.
I know.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either.
Rude.
And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my fingy.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. God.
Hey, you meanie. You kind of are.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. God. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Jesus.
That's super mean.
You're right, though. Sorry, but you'll thank me later.
Don't date guys who treat you like this. Just
start-
FYI.
Oh, I start to button her blazer from the
Oh,
bottom.
no.
Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
Ah!
Zoom in.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. 'Cause it is.
Nani? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Why is this one so hard to close?
Gee, I
I s-
wonder why.
I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It's an anime, so no. It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Say the line.
No,
Don't say that out loud.
I didn't.
Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that?
But it's so stuffy. I mean, I get you, girl. It's not worth it at all. Listen, some people just run warm. Let her be.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew! That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
Whee! So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
I would say probably the opposite. What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway.
Codependency. I missed the space bar.
So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Well, anyway, let's just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Hello, John Chance.
Wave.
Wave. So maybe you should wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Nani? Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Here we go.
Yay! Casey, I can't wait to read yours.
It's gonna be something. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Sure did. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Whoa, personality stuff. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Who are you going to show your poem to first? It's your choice. This is your playthrough.
Oh boy.
That's what they said.
Yep, oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy, here we go.
I will try Yuri.
Yuri.
Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Hopefully she's nice to me. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Oh, okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad.
no. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people.
Same.
It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Is it where you list out a bunch of words and then pick them randomly?
And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. Apologies. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
Oh, here comes gossip.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
All of the above.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light.
Mm-hmm.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing. Is that calm?
Comma.
Oh, that was the comma. It looked like an S.
Well, I think it's actually
Calm.
a semicolon.
Oh, calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. This reminder, we don't see a lot of semicolons in life, I guess. Don't see them in the wild very often. Click outside poem area to continue. Oh.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
That's because there was a semicolon and it threw me off.
And you couldn't understand that that's what I wrote.
No one understands semicolons. It's okay. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Casey.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
Dang.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
So, we were asking chat if this is our first time experiencing it. So, it's my first time. Definitely not Amy's.
No, I have gone through this a couple times. It's been like a few years since the last time I went through this, but I am aware of things. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. No pressure.
Who should I show my poem to next?
Who are you gonna pick?
I don't know.
You gotta pick one.
Alright, Monica.
Hi, Casey. Having a good time so far?
I don't know. Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Casey. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Poof.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori really are good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sorts of things in common.
Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You're sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound just like Yuri. A little bit. Their voices are very similar for me. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased to their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way anyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
What could that mean? So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it.
You are very right, Tech Ninja.
Kind of sussy, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines.
Just need a little bit more snack.
It's caught in my sweater.
Oh no.
When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
I think you do.
I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make it any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who next?
Sayori.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Casey.
Did she already read it? Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's.
We haven't talked to her yet.
Yeah. Getting ahead of ourselves, aren't we, me? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I write your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Casey poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Yeah. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Casey. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! And I'm gonna use... That will be my way of thanking you. Something.
Whoops. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah, especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
That was so much fun! Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever!
Well, I guess I look forward to it. I guess.
We got snaps in the chat from Tech Ninja.
Yeah. Natsuki. Nani?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's why you were last. It's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me.
Princess.
It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
Not even the poof?
No, not the poof.
So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But
isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Oh, your arm is
I'm trying. So I decided to write a poem about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh.
So Jerica, who was in chat earlier, she and I went to the Doki Doki pop-up cafe, and they had on a whiteboard with a bunch of magnets all of the different words to plug into the poems, and so you can make your own little poems on their whiteboard, which was really, really fun.
That's cool.
I know. It was really, really creative, and I really liked it. I have some photos on Instagram, I think.
Didn't you have like a drink or something? Like a themed?
I did. Sorry, I inhaled.
Sorry for asking.
No, there was a whole different themed menu, and between the three of us that went, we got like two drinks each, and then Jerica and I split the waffles that they had because it was like one giant waffle and ice cream, and it was extremely early in the morning, so it was a ton of sugar. My favorite thing was the coffee that I got, but there was like a sour apple soda that was also there that was really, really good. It's from a place called Requiem Cafe. It's in Anaheim over by like Disney. So if you wanted to kind of see what they had when that event was happening, you can go on their Instagram and like see the menu and everything. I might have the menu in the store in the post that I made on Instagram about it, but I don't remember everything. It was quite a few months ago.
I remember they did a Persona one. I think they did a Final Fantasy one or Kingdom Hearts.
They did
I think
they did both of them.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so far away, I would go more often, but it's a drive.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.
Yay, Jerk is still here. Hi.
Yeah. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute?
How you doing over here with all the voices?
We might have to take 5 seconds to get water. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have... Oops, sorry, wrong person. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Casey did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Casey liked my poem too, you know.
I liked everybody's.
Uh-oh, we might be at borking time. There's a car outside.
No. Oh, it's FedEx.
Oh, FedEx. If you hear the dogs, it's borking time.
Borkin time.
It's borking time.
Dog.
Other dog. Well, it would just be Evie.
Yoshi.
Borking time. Okay, the FedEx truck is gone.
Cat.
Meow. Anyway.
Oh, did you say that line or not?
He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
The music changed.
They did? That's not what I... I love the little dog emojis. You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Casey appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
I'm just over here.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Casey started showing up. Natsuki.
Oh, Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. This doesn't involve you. I don't like the fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Casey. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could just get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't even have happened in the first place. What's the point in making all of your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Sorry. Help me explain that to her, Casey. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Casey? Well.
How did I get dragged into this in the first place?
I feel like my Natsuki is very Peridot coded.
Yeah, I see that. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh no, not the decisions.
You gotta
So
make a choice. You gotta make a choice.
Oh God.
Your favorite place to be, Casey, in the middle of conflict. What you gonna pick?
I don't know.
You gotta pick one.
Okay, Natsuki.
You picking Natsuki?
Yeah.
Gonna take her side?
Sure.
Okay.
Yuri, you're really talented.
Well.
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with fewer words can be just impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah. It did, didn't it?
All caps, here we go.
Shows how much you know. That's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
I regret everything. I regret all my choices. I regret giving myself my name in here. I regret everything. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well...
That's another decision I can't decide. Either or either. It always changes.
Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Casey.
Just gonna look in the camera. Why?
Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about,
Natsuki glances around the room.
Will everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
I'll go make some tea.
Pulling up my earbud.
Stop getting caught in my arm.
I didn't do it.
I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
Well, now that we're past that.
Weep.
Everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Casey. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around while we got a little too used to.
So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all. There's still a little time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I agree with Monica. I disagree, Monica. I'm conflicted, Monica. What about? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Casey, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
This is my challenge of the day. Awesome.
Go.
In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
This is your audition for everything. Do you need me to do everything at once?
I know, right? We need to clip this and send it to every voice manager, voice casting director ever possible. And next thing you know, I'll be on Netflix or Crunchyroll or somewhere. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. In this simulator.
Ooh, simulator.
Sorry, I think it's like also actually a simulator.
It's a dating sim.
No, I mean like it's all like the Matrix or something.
I don't know. I guess that's just a theory, Casey.
I feel like that. If it wasn't the portal to hell, I think it's that. That sounds familiar. Anyway, I nod to myself with my newfound determination.
I don't say spoilers.
Whoops.
Hey! Casey! Ready to walk home and not go over my lines?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew! You know, Casey, it's nice that I get to spend time with you at the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in.
What situation?
Love quadrangle. Well,
The
love
map
pentagon.
hexagon.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus, so 5, right?
Hexagon?
That's a pentagon.
Pentagon?
Yeah.
Shapes.
Shapes.
I like shapes.
Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
Sorry, that song's in my head now.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder. And this is what it says. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah. Let's do this.
Pentagon. You got to pick your words again.
Alright, fireflies.
Okay, Joel.
Defeat.
Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, Sayori.
Anxiety.
It's watching me.
Dazzle.
My anxiety. Dazzle? You're really going Sayori.
Let's go. Treasure.
Treasure. Sayori.
Sayori.
It's good old Sayori time.
Graveyard.
Yuri, you haven't hit Natsuki once.
Sorry. Shame.
Sayori.
Party.
Party. Sayori.
Vivacious.
Yuri.
Inferno.
Yuri.
Candy.
Yay, Natsuki.
Question.
Question.
Uh,
When did I say I would stream The Last of Us again? So I'm thinking about doing it while the second season is going. I would love to play the first game again. I've never played it on PC, so that would be an interesting thing. My favorite's the second game, and I have only played the second game once. I have played the first game twice now. So I would love to go through at least the second game again, though the hospital, screw that place. I don't care how many Chicos I have to go through with that freaking hospital scene. It's too dark and it's annoying. Anyway.
I have it on Steam, so you can use it if you want to do it.
Casey gets all the games on Steam, so I can just sign into his account. The benefits of having someone addicted to games in the house. Okay.
Lucky.
Next word.
Lucky.
Oh, that was a word.
Yep.
Lucky.
Lucky. Unrestrained.
Yuri. Anything longer than 2 syllables?
Yeah.
Yuri.
Spinning.
Spinning. Natsuki.
Judgment.
Yuri.
Games.
Natsuki.
Let's go with calm.
That was Sayori. Got 2 more words left.
Parfait. You know what everyone likes? Parfaits.
That's what Natsuki likes. Natsuki.
Poof.
Natsuki. Poof. You're gonna end up with Natsuki just because you both like poof.
Poof. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already.
You're back.
Am I? Oh, right. Am I allowed to know how many like days of club there are?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Do you want a pause so we can grab water, or are you good?
That's up to you. You're the one doing.
I mean, if you want to go grab them,
okay.
Just be back quickly. If you need to bring in the boy or whatever, we can.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna take a brief pause, and we can do a little talkie while Casey goes and grabs a water bottle. Dang it! I will go back and figure out the way to get the camera back where I want it. Hello. Yee. All right. Hello. You're stuck with me until Casey gets back. So why do I like the part 2 over part 1 of The Last of Us? So I really, really enjoy the way that they tell the story in The Last of Us Part 2 versus the way that they did it in Part 1. Part 1 is amazing. Like, I have no complaints about Part 1. I just really liked how they used spoilers lightly for The Last of Us Part 2. I enjoyed how they used a dual point of view to make you see that no one person is evil and no one person is good in life. Basically, like, heroes and villains are part of your perspective on a story, and so getting to see both points of view and why for one character, choices and people are like the epitome of evil, and why to the other people, like, they're the hero, they're the person that, like, you forgive everything, is just fascinating. And then the audacity to name all of those, like, secondary characters and have you get close to them and be like, crap, I already killed you, and then have to get back to that later in the story was just like rude in the best way. So that is my opinion on The Last of Us Part 2. It really just, like, took the storytelling to the next level.
Okay.
E. What about you? Part 1 or Part 2?
Oh, wait. I don't need it for that.
You don't need it for that?
Part 2. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Also your favorite?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You have 2 Part 2 stands in this house.
It's just, yeah. Everything was, like, upped, and like when I finished the game, I was just like, I was fine, and then, like, as soon as the credits hit, I just started sobbing.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's made me cry like that has been Coco. That I can think of. So yeah, just like, I don't know, all of the emotions that it puts you through, and everything just gets cranked up to 11, and yeah,
it's real good.
I like going through and seeing like the other side, and yeah, I could write an essay on that game.
Maybe one day we will.
Yeah.
The other thing I will say with The Last of Us Part 2 specifically, so it came out during COVID times.
Yeah.
And so I was with Casey when it first came out, and so we started the game together. But we ended up playing separately for the majority of the game. But we started the game together, and we started it on Father's Day for the scene. Ironically, not on purpose, because we had no idea what was going to come and happen, but that was a really interesting Father's Day. But anyway, we are back. We have water. I will end up stealing Casey's water.
Probably.
But we're back.
You've earned it.
Thanks. This is really fun for me. I like getting to find the voices. One day Dan will let me do a voice in Lorify. Someday.
I have one coming up.
I know you do. Spoiler alert.
Whoops.
Casey will pop up. Also, Casey and Dan are going to be in next week's episode of Style Theory that's coming up. So I'm really excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's that episode.
Fun. Yeah.
All right, but you should also go watch this week's Style Theory, because it was one of the most fun ones that I've done recently, and we had Hope Scope as our special guest, and she was honestly like as nice in person as you could ever hope for, and I really, really, really enjoyed the time we got to spend together, and I hope it comes across in the episode. It was really fun.
It was really fun to watch. It was really good. And I'm not just saying that like out of bias.
A little bit of bias.
A little bit.
A little bit of bias.
Minimal bias.
All right. Hi, Casey.
Oh no, my space bar. Yo, Sayori.
Yo.
Gosh. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
Let's go back to the club. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come out with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? What?
What? Why, that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously and rightfully so retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry.
Also, to your question of where did she go at the end, that's a mystery for another episode. Ha 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 ha. One day in the future. Or what? Go ahead.
Oh, I was doing the line. What you were going to say?
No, that's all.
Okay. And so that only leaves the one option.
What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Dang
That's
it.
not true. That is victim blaming.
Disclaimer, we do not.
That is victim blaming and gaslighting. No.
Ooh. Yuri suddenly giggles. Nani? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Casey to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can respectively afford. That's also not true.
We're irresponsible.
No, but also, like, people have whatever. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen that much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
But why does it feel so good?
I did something bad. Why does it feel so good? Retribution.
Taylor's version.
One day. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Not beating the portal to hell allegations.
Again, I feel like you watched the theories at once.
I didn't. Just so you know, I specifically avoided any kind of video like that to avoid spoilers.
Heard. So, okay.
But, I mean, I may have heard something, like, in passing or whatever, so...
Maybe.
Who knows?
Don't let her fool you.
Don't let her fool you.
Sorry.
Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Ah! Yeah!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Just... Ow! What was... a cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic.
She got cookie smacked.
Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution!
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hugs the cookie.
Hug my cookie.
Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good!
Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth.
my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ha! Aw, yours looks really good too, Natsuki.
Agent Wilford says that Doom, the Dark Ages is going to be great. That was like, so another like pandemic thing we did was
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, we did like share play, so you could watch my screen, and so we would do that in like little chunks, so you could see Doom Eternal.
I'm not great at games. I was thinking about doing like a bad at gaming series on this channel to see if I can actually be a good gamer. So Doom is one that like I really like Doom, and Doom Eternal was like beyond any of my expectations. But I am such a backseat gamer that I am looking forward to seeing how well I can front seat game.
Are there any ones that, like off the top of your head, that would go into that category of like I would want to try?
I mean, I would try Doom at some point. I feel like I would go in bonkers insane, but I would try it. I don't know. I don't. Lots of the scary games, because like I get very anxious playing scary games, especially like games with water levels. Like I would try Resident Evil Village again, because I really liked Resident Evil Village.
That was so much fun.
I know, but it was one that I watched Casey play, and so I would try playing it myself, because it was honestly probably like my favorite Resident Evil game that I've experienced so far. And that's saying a lot, because like I stepped away from that franchise for a long time because the giant fish from Resident Evil 4 just like freaked me out so bad. As like, how old would I have been then? Like,
it was 2005 when it came out.
So like middle school would have been for me probably. And that the fish just freaked me out. And so now whenever I'm in a game with like any water level, I can't deal. We played, what was it, like Valorant, and it opens in the water.
Oh, Anthem.
We played Anthem, and it opens like you're in the water. It's not a spoiler. It literally is like the first second you start the game, and I had like a panic attack because I was like, there's going to be a giant fish. It's going to try to eat me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
The audio is just like, you just have to go in the water to cool off your suit.
No, Casey just heard me just freaking out going, no. But really, it was absolutely nothing. But like, I am trained now to freak out if I go full into like any kind of water in that. And so like Resident Evil Village has a big water level, but it's a good one that I really enjoyed, and so I think it's worth it. I wanted to do a whole rewrite of Resident Evil Village because I think that there was like one change they should have made to make that gameplay. Like, I have so many thoughts on that game. I have so many thoughts. Anyway.
It was great. Do you think you would ever try the Resident Evil 4 remake?
Sure, probably.
I think the fish part is much more doable, and it's like,
I don't know why it freaked me out, honestly. I mean, like, I grew up being very cautious of big giant things in water. So alligators specifically. Is Anthem still a thing? It was a while ago.
Yeah,
I just vividly remember getting to the end of that being like, oh, it was nothing.
It was something we played in, like, I think in 2020. So, like, you know.
A lot of 2020 games coming up right now.
Yeah.
No, it's the right Anthem. Oh, see, I want to try Ocarina of Time. I've never actually... I have personally never played a Legend of Zelda game. So...
I think that's a good one to start on.
Again, one of the reasons I wanted to get a streaming setup and start that is so that I could actually play these games. So, like, I have always been a backseat or, like, a stream watcher gamer. And, like, I have games I love that I've just never got to experience. And so, doing it with the caveat of I am bad at game is my goal for these kind of little stream sessions. And then also introducing Casey to games that he's never played before because I like them.
Yeah. Sounds... Got a fun road ahead.
Yeah. I'm excited. And I promise I will get control of this camera. I might see if I can exchange it for a different camera that won't do this. But someone left a hint at how to go about doing it. So I'll look into the NVIDIA a little bit after this. I don't want to mess up the setup right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me.
Oh no, my space bar.
I was trying to bring this back this way just a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
I mean, the fact that they don't actually animate that means this looks really weird. It's very much, I'm going to give her hair a big sniff. The smell of cookies that you won't give me. Jeez. I get it.
Sorry. Pause for water.
Thank
Get your water.
Thank you. Hydration is important.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha. Hi, Arwen.
Yes.
I hear the cat. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me!
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. I think we keep scooting one way.
Oops.
This way. I'm going this way.
Something that she's pretty popular.
You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. Nutty? What held you up anyway?
Uh, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play for us sometime, Monica. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Did you want your line?
No, I just went, meep. I'm just making sounds.
Oh, I thought you were just going to go, Moopsie.
Oh, Moopsie. For all the Lower Decks fans out there.
Yeah. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Casey.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade.
Mischievous or mischievous?
Depends on the day. Depends on the activity, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
I mean, it doesn't take long to eat a cookie, friends. Casey!
I should have picked a different name.
I wasn't going to warn you either way.
Sayori suddenly comes up to me.
I'm going to go get supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival's coming up, right? Me and Monica were going to make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, are you going with Casey to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay! Ready, Casey?
Yep, let's go. I thought it was going to be another choice. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something.
That's kind of gross for a love interest, you know?
Sayori finds... They're so weird. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yep. We're going to do a poetry performance.
A performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage.
I don't know why I just wanted to like meh on your arm.
I know, I felt it.
I just did it.
And recite their favorite poems.
That sounds kind of dull.
Casey, you're not thinking about it the right way at all.
Wait, hold on. Tinfoil hat for just a second. That last line did not have quotation marks on it. Did I? That seems like something not said out loud. Did she read my mind?
Or she read your face.
Yeah. Fine.
It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say all the lines of a poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction...
I was just seeing what you'd do.
The once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that!
Sayori. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
You meanie.
Do I have my space bar?
You did, but I'm gonna take the chance to do that then.
Okay.
I'm working super hard on this, you know.
I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self.
Don't say that. That's embarrassing. But I guess it means that I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun.
Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Whoop.
Hey,
Glad they
Casey,
had a lid.
this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this.
Didn't you just say that yesterday?
Okay, I'm glad you picked. I was like, I definitely already said that. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me.
Thank you, Tech Ninja. I put all my heart and soul into that performance.
As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayori pulls a box full of crayons.
Da, da, da.
I can't see.
They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though.
Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names.
All
right, that's one down.
Sorry.
Don't get distracted. We still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
I dropped one by accident.
Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf.
Oh, too real.
She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow, 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 ow.
You okay?
My forehead.
Sayori clutches her...
Crutches.
I'm not even sure how that would work. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
She just... Wow, rude. Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet.
Rude. People need to choose.
You have to move your hand, Sayori.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow.
Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Casey?
Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to...
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway.
That's your move, huh?
Apparently. I locate the nearest vending machine. I really should not have named myself after this. This is so weird for me.
You named yourself after this?
Yeah. Who cares about grammar anymore? What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. You can use it for both. You can still drink it. It's not weird. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. Hello, kitty. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sorry.
Sayori, here.
People just have so much trouble delivering packages here and it causes me problems. It's fine. We'll deal with it after this stream.
Thanks, Natsuki. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice.
It's nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. God.
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Casey. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
Nani? What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things that you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would just get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump.
Okay, I don't think I can go and pick this route. I think it's a little too... Sorry, I don't think this is it.
Listen, you're making choices. You don't know where you're gonna end up now.
Yeah, that's true. It might come back to bite me, but I don't know. I'm just like, y'all are weird.
And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would really try hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Ugh. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you don't remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. I like games. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Wait. Just saying that again in my head. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't.
Yep.
Let people come out in their own time. That's the lesson.
Casey, I don't think you realize it, but you've always been thinking about other people. No, he hasn't.
Mm-mm.
Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Casey, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us.
Yeah, nothing whatsoever.
You're just like, and nothing will. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to me to make any promises, but... Well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. Please take this moment of silence.
Hold space.
Yep. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her.
I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know?
Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs. Like this.
Sayori hops to her feet. Yep, just like that.
It's just like this.
She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself.
Ooh.
Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. I mean, I couldn't see it in the little... when she popped up. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead.
She's fine, don't worry about...
I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right.
Sayori frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all the stuff.
Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too.
Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Casey.
Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori.
I made it an adventure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon boxes... I don't know why I thought... After making sure the crayon block... Woo! The voice crack again. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. This again, I knew it was coming. Monica.
I'm gonna pick Monica.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Monica.
I think it's Doki Doki.
What is that sound?
It's I don't like
Keep your thing together.
You pulled it out.
Nip.
You like put your hand. This game's getting to me. It's not even at the weird part. Well,
You don't know.
eh,
How's the writing going?
all right, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Poof. Sure. Here you go.
Poof.
I give my poem to Monica.
All right. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you
Stop
wrote.
trying to make Sayori happen.
It's because most of the words you picked were Sayori.
Poof. Smoke bomb. Poof.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
The two of you are like the dynamic duo.
That's kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? But yeah, so you picked most words that aligned with her, so that's why she says this. Then again, I don't blame you for being just a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone.
This is the true horror. The sharing my writing with people and all of this stuff.
I wouldn't know. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
No, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, all right.
Well, all right.
But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors,
Whoa.
they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Oh, I'm going full shatter. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
I can't click on it. I tried.
No, I don't know if you're supposed to or not.
I just wanted to double
No,
check.
that's fair. That's fair. And please, after my poem, please go to this QR code. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
One sec. Okay. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like... Oh. That's not me.
Whoop. Choosing where and when to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or conversations with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Hey. Double save. If you do the double save thing, then you really are meant to play Ocarina of Time, because I would always do that.
Okay, I saved game. Where do I go back?
Return, I think.
Where?
Down at the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing?
Lady the Rose says, hope you're enjoying Doki Doki Literature Club.
Listen, love goes in many directions.
As the great Jessica Walter said, good for her.
What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yuri.
You're. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Casey. Your skills are already improving.
Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot.
It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of being a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon.
Ooh, big.
It happened in the dead of the night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Each time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Love is like digging through a trash can, searching for old banana peels. Anyway, the end.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using a poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Casey?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other in our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Natsuki. We've had a lot of cyber.
Yeah, we have. Huh. Well, it's not any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Pooh, what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take that as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about... This is going to be great. You know what I heard? Is this why you like this game? Here we go. No, scroll back up. We're going to reread. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone.
Thank you, Amy. What's wrong with some spiders? The spiders aren't that bad. Listen, let me have my time with the spiders.
Yeah, it's okay to just say you have a crush on Amy. Listen. Oh, Nats. Yeah, Natsuki is... Her brain is elsewhere.
Listen, spiders are just a metaphor for her feelings that she doesn't quite know what to do with yet.
Even if it's literally just spiders, like, girl, don't let that be a deal breaker.
No!
Follow your heart.
Jenny Nicholson likes spiders. I like Jenny Nicholson.
It's true. She likes giant fluffy spiders.
Indeed. Spiders can be pretty cool.
So
I just prefer them not in my direct vicinity, but I like them.
Yeah, I think she should go for it with Amy.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best that I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? If it makes them happy.
Isn't that... Wait. There's a like scene with Elizabeth Olsen where she says the thing just like that.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm like...
Oh, there is.
Yeah, you know...
There is that scene. They're in the diner.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't either.
I'm like, did the writer of that play this game?
Maybe.
Because I think it was after this.
It was definitely after this. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you just say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. Is Yuri Amy? Is
It's what
Amy Yuri?
it's what I do best after all. I don't like writing stuff unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to go write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. That's an order.
Who should we read next?
Theory! Casey, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good.
Poof.
Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
No way! Even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something, but I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
What?
Stop thinking weird things, idiot! We're in the... no, I'm like, I feel like I went like Napoleon Dynamite. Stop being an idiot! God. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking!
Let's not talk about that. So, yeah. Apologies for if there are dogs barking.
And if you can hear the barking. Whoops.
So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. Also, I realize I'm very Bobby with this music.
Yeah, you really
I'm so like, yeah.
You're just going.
We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I'm trying to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head.
No.
I pat Sayori's head.
I will bite you.
I poke her nose. Ah.
Hey! I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
They're in high school. They're all children. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Casey. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Eh, Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Ugh. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
She has it now. Really?
Snap.
I broke my pencil.
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
My earbud. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil.
Then and snap.
Sayori clutches the desk. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I mean, he can come in if you think that he can chill for a sec. Do you think?
I don't think he'll be chill, but
You could try.
Okay.
We will try. We hear the whining at the door.
All right. Brace.
Once we're gonna see if the boy can handle being in the room. Yoshi! Hi, boy! Hi, Yoshi.
Here comes the EV2, I think.
I know, I heard it.
Slow pan to dog. Ooh, got it in my mouth.
Hi, Evie. Very excited. Aw, hi, Bud. Hi, babes. Hi, Evie. Come here. Dogs. Pause for dogs. Hi,
Hold for
babes.
dogs.
Hi, babes. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you, Evie. Yeah, the dogs are on stream, but they just were whining at the door so much. You want to get down? There you go. You want
Okay, your thing.
Yep. You okay? You want to stay there? You can stay there. If you decide if you guys go crazy barking, we're gonna have to reevaluate everything.
Okay.
Okay. Good job, Evie. Yes. Pause for dogs.
Yeah.
They are extremely needy children. Tech Ninja says, bless you, Evie. Bye. And now she runs away. Okay, back to the game. I'm a little clumsy today.
Oops. Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. God. I'm sure I'll like it.
You good?
I don't know. Bottles. You bless you. Are you done? Okay. You wanna go right there? Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams.
Yoshi.
Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through the locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
You good, sir?
While my foot gets licked.
She's having a time. Also, if we get to the point where enough people want like some emotes, I'll figure out that end of Twitch so we can get Yoshi and Eevee and an Arwen emote. That would be really fun.
Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm getting my feet licked right now.
Yoshi!
That's okay.
Not on
I'm sorry
stream.
for the sounds if it's audible. Hey, buddy. Do you want...
Your up?
You up? Okay. Watch your head. Watch your head, buddy. Okay. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like
Do you want to take this? I lend you my spacebar powers.
Okay. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit easier. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing is the best. This is Yoshi. He is the little man. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
He's like, you're talking to me?
Who can say? Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I'm sorry, we boring you, Sarah?
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
Bottles is Lady of the Rose's favorite poem in the game.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. It is one of the best ones that I remember. I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room, and hopefully we also did your poem justice. To Lady of the Rose, I'm hoping we did justice to your favorite poem.
I didn't think about that. Hopefully.
Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Oh no, I am Yuri. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay?
Sorry, that just reminded me of the thing you sent me today of like, I can play it by ear as long as I know in advance that we're going to play it by ear.
We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sir. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to get to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to be prepared ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys, Sayori, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone else until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we all are in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them all to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. You want to take your spacebar back?
If you want me to.
You can try.
I'm being leaned on a little bit.
I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been really trying hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but... We're gonna go this way.
I get distracted by the chat. Every time Monica says what literature is all about, I hear the MC inadvertently shouting, "Seeing Yuri's boobs!"
Oh, goodness gracious.
Horny Literature Club. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Sigh. I guess I really don't have a choice. Aha! That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
Thanks for stopping by, Raging Zekron.
Thank you! We'll see you next time.
Death Bunny Girl says the voice acting is top-notch.
Oh, thank you! We're trying really, really hard. No way! No way! There's no way!
Oh, man. The whole... Imagine her doing that whole song.
Oh, gosh. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life.
Thank you.
Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Or did the dog fart? Who can say? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud.
We are big fans of Six in this house.
Thanks. I love the random follow for that. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
Oh.
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
That's such a metal band name.
Right?
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished.
Flames on the sides of my face.
Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself.
Oh no. I.
It's up to me to save the situation.
Sure.
I'm the first to start applauding. I'm the first to start applauding. Hey, buddy. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one is called My Meadow. Ah! Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori!
It's a lot harder than I thought.
I missed the space bar.
How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. He's like eating that pillow.
Don't eat the pillow.
Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. Yeah. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems.
And it's Casey's first time. I have played this before.
It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Apologies for barking. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
It's Borkin time. He's gonna go after it too.
Yep.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Casey liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out so nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. Okay, teacher. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before Casey. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Casey lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Well, dang.
Natsuki.
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Poof. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Poof. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. Goodness, Evie. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
All right then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Huh. Anyway, this poem is called Jump.
I'm not gonna.
Please don't.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not be making me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. Should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, no problem. I know, more like Patrick. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write some poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go? Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Oh my god. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Casey. You don't have to say it.
Stop reading my mind. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would walk home with Yuri.
If she asked?
Yeah. Sorry, Sayori. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori. Sayori! I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question.
Eeks.
I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. And again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
Who knows?
Did you want to do this and then call it or keep going? I don't know how much is left of this.
I'm trying to guess what an estimated how much is left. We do have to...
Is there someone in chat that can tell us about how much is left without being spoilery?
Can you talk for a sec?
Yeah. Here, I can actually... I'm gonna pick some words. Let's see. Intellectual, because I'm an intellectual. Extraordinary. Scars. Fantasy. Essence. Whirlwind.
There are 3 acts, yep. So I think there's at least like a chunk of the portion where probably like... Yeah, so we're like halfway through. So
Okay.
I know the title says we're going to play till we finish. Probably. The probably is we weren't sure how long we were going to take. We will have to walk the dogs. So most likely we're going to finish this poem and call it for the day. And then we will come back Saturday next week.
Probably.
Or sometime this week. Depends on work. But depends on our 2 schedules. But we'll schedule another time to finish this. I'm trying to stream like 2 to 3 times a week. If I can. Some of it will be with Casey. Some of it will be all by myself. But we'll get there. And I will be uploading the VODs onto YouTube so that people can find them if they would like to. And in case they missed it. So we're going to finish this poem. And then we'll have to go take the dogs for a walk. My life revolves around these little children.
Me.
Okay, you want to finish picking your words?
Yes, waterfall.
Waterfall.
Don't go chasing them.
Yep.
Let's go with Valentine, because I can't seem to think of another one.
You're picking all these not words.
Poof.
You and Poof.
I'm not gonna not pick it. Let's see. Disarray. Let's see. Journey. It's like in the middle.
When does the puppy stream by himself? Listen, if I figure out how to do it, we'll do a puppy cam at some point. I don't trust Yoshi by himself. He's only like 2 years old.
Yeah.
He's a baby.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. Listen, he's very cute. He's not very bright.
Universe. Fireflies. That's my other consistent one besides Poof. Breathe. Destiny. I don't think I can do a good Nicolas Cage. Let's see. Laugh. Infallible.
Nice.
Disoriented.
One more?
For the game tomorrow, flying. Can't be blocked by except by other creatures with flying. Right.
And to say about no fixed stream yet, I'm trying to figure out what days work best with my typical schedule. So we'll see which ones really work out and where you guys really tend to be able to come and hang out and kind of work it around both you guys and me. So we're gonna find it ourselves. But I'm looking for like 2 to 3 days a week. Sometimes on weekends, especially if we're gonna involve Casey, and go from there. So again, if you have thoughts or whatever, feel free to like send me thoughts of what games you'd like to play or non-games. Yes, I can share the VOD link on Instagram. I will do that as soon as I get it up. It might be a little second because again, it wouldn't let me co-stream to YouTube today. Streamlabs was giving me some wonky issues.
And sass. It was sass.
It was very sassy. It's like, something is wrong. And the answer is the encoder didn't want to work. But I will share that there will be an unlisted playlist, like a playlist that you can watch that has all the VODs linked in there whenever we get them up. And then hopefully we can find a really fun, balance for this. My goal is to do some games and then some other types of things. I really enjoy like poking around on the internet. So looking at different stories or doing some fun kind of like reaction things with you, I think could be really fun. So let me know what other stuff you would like to do. Once I get the setup over there by the couch done, we can do some crafts together. Maybe some co-working stuff. I have like writing I have to do and I tend to do it very early in the morning. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited.
It's going to be fun. As Monica said, don't forget to save your game.
Yep, we're going to save here, and then we will come back. Yes.
I listened.
All right. We're going to go to main menu. We have no unsaved progress. I saved it. Do you want to double save it?
Sure.
Yes. Okay, double saving. We're going to go to the main menu. Yep.
Woo.
All right. So I will share the VOD link on Instagram once it's up. And it's pretty much Amariebythesea. Everywhere on the internet you can find me. And I will post on my stories the next time that we're going to stream. And once I work out the actual schedule, I'll post that on both Instagram as well as Twitch and YouTube so that you can find it whenever you want to. And I'm really excited because this is just a fun little escape for me. I never get to be, this on the internet. And it's a fun place to just kind of let you guys hang out with me in a way that's not as presentery, hopefully. But thank you guys so much. This was really, really fun. Yeah. And I'm excited for Casey to get to the other side of this game.
More choices.
So many.
And the scaries.
So many more choices. And so thank you again for coming tonight, and we will see you at some point next week. Keep an eye on Amariebythesea and my stories. I'll let you know when. But we're going to mute us